Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into the fascinating and surprising world of coin collecting, specifically focusing on a single coin that has captured the imagination of numismatists and collectors alike, the 1975 1-cent piece. You might be wondering, what's so special about this seemingly ordinary penny? Well, hold on to your hats, because we're about to explore a story of errors, mistakes, and unprecedented value that has turned this 1-cent coin into a major contender in the world of rare coins, with some reports estimating its worth to be a staggering $347 million. Now, how can a single coin, especially one minted just a few decades ago, possibly reach such a high price tag? To understand the allure and significant value of the 1975 1-cent coin, we need to delve into the unique errors and characteristics that make it stand out among millions of its peers, as well as the stories behind its creation and distribution. First, let's take a quick trip back in time to 1975, a pivotal year for the United States economy, facing inflation and changes in currency usage. That year, the U.S. Mint was operating under unique circumstances, including shifts in production techniques, the introduction of new designs, and a growing demand for coins, all of which played a part in the eventual emergence of error coins. By the mid-1970s, the Mint had increased its output to meet the demand for copper coins during a time when the price of copper was on the rise. This demand led to efficiency measures that made it easier for mistakes to occur on coins, and among the numerous coins produced in Denver, one stands out: the 1975 1-cent coin, which was the product of a series of unfortunate errors during its minting process. As collectors know, the term error coin encompasses various types of mistakes, ranging from misprints to unintentional alterations. The 1975 penny is considered to have multiple errors that are significant enough to warrant attention from collectors. One of the most prominent errors on this coin is the famous double die variety. In essence, a double die occurs when the die used to stamp the coin suffers a misalignment during the minting process, resulting in a layered or doubled effect on the coin's design, particularly on the letters of Liberty, the date, and sometimes even the portrait of Abraham Lincoln. Collectors recognize this type of error as highly unique, creating a distinct look as if the lettering has been inappropriately pressed, resulting in doubled outlines. Such a distinct visual characteristic makes the coin rare and desirable, significantly contributing to its increased value. Moreover, there have been instances where some of these 1975 pennies have been mistakenly minted with the obverse die of the 1974 Lincoln penny, leading to additional discrepancies and further increasing their rarity and intrigue among collectors. Another layer of the coin story revolves around the material used during its minting. The 1975 1-cent coins were mainly made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, making them heavier and more substantial than today's pennies due to the subsequent shift to predominantly zinc-based coins. The unique composition contributes to the overall appeal, as collectors often favor coins with a high copper content, given their historical significance and the fact that the minting of such copper pennies was gradually phased out in favor of more cost-effective materials. As inflation continued to rise throughout the 1970s, the U.S. government began transitioning to a cheaper metal composition, making the copper pennies even more sought after by collectors and investors alike. However, it isn't just the errors and material makeup that contribute to the staggering value of the 1975 1-cent piece. It's also about the mythos that develops around rare coins, often fueled by rumors, stories, and the sheer excitement of hunting for treasure. As collectors began to recognize the unique characteristics of the 1975 penny, stories spread about extraordinary finds, with the coin fetching ever higher prices at auctions. Coin collecting has long been a passionate hobby for countless people, and it's not uncommon for legends and tales of hidden treasures to emerge around particularly scarce or error-filled coins. A few instances surrounding the 1975 penny have only added to its allure. Collectors speculate about multiple examples of the coin existing, but due to their distinct errors, those in fine condition, particularly those tied to the double die variety, tend to fetch astronomical prices. As fervent collectors hunt for these treasures, the excitement surrounding the possibility of unearthing a valuable coin creates a unique marketplace, often leading to surprising auction results that can leave even seasoned collectors in awe. It is also essential to consider the concept of rarity and demand, which plays a significant role in the valuation of any collectible item, including coins. For the 1975 1-cent piece, the combination of limited surviving examples with prominent errors, along with an ever-growing community of collectors interested in rarity, has skyrocketed its market value. When dealer prices can fluctuate wildly based on perceived rarity, the hobby also draws in speculators looking to capitalize on potential future earnings, creating a competitive environment that further inflates the prices. Furthermore, in the world of numismatics, provenance can add another layer of mystery and price to a coin. Provenance refers to the history of ownership, which can significantly increase desirability for collectors. A coin sourced from a notable collector, featured prominently in an auction or featured in exhibitions, can gain even more value simply based on the legacy attached to it. For example, if a well-known collector who has a reputation for curating outstanding coins owns a 1975 1-cent piece, any connection to that collector adds a whole new dimension of desirability and value that collectors are willing to chase after, further elevating its place in the hobby. As we explore the market today, online coin sales and auctions have created a booming environment for finding and purchasing coins, including those ultra-rare error coins like the 1975 1-cent piece. Online platforms have allowed collectors from all over the world to engage, search, and bid on coins from their home computers. That accessibility has opened new avenues for buyers to discover coins that may have slipped under the radar, which can also factor into higher prices on the auction block. Therefore, active online marketplaces contribute to a thriving ecosystem that keeps the excitement alive in coin collecting and drives prices higher for sought-after items such as the 1975 penny. In conclusion, the astonishing valuation of the 1975 1-cent piece lies in the complex interplay of errors, historical significance, rising demand from collectors, and the overarching mythology that defines this unique coin. The backstory, combined with its fascinating errors, like the coveted double die and the intrigue of its copper composition, makes the 1975 penny a coin that epitomizes the unpredictable nature of the collectibles market. No one can fully predict which coins will capture the fascination of collectors or when that fascination will elevate value to unprecedented heights, but one thing is certain: the 1975 1-cent piece is an enthralling chapter in the annals of numismatics, embodying the value that can arise from circumstances ripe with errors and rich with historical context. As collectors continue to search for this elusive treasure, the mystique surrounding the 1975 1-cent coin will undoubtedly endure, forever weaving its tale within the broader narrative of America's rich currency history. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just dipping your toes into the world of coin collecting, the story of the 1975 penny serves as a reminder of the unexpected treasures that can arise from everyday objects, transforming them from mere cents into priceless pieces of history cherished for generations to come. So, thanks for joining us today in this captivating exploration of a rare error coin. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss any more intriguing stories from the world of numismatics. Happy collecting, and may your own treasure hunts be full of wonder and exciting discoveries. Next, 2001-cent USA coin, we explore the incredible and often surprising world of collectibles, currency, and the stories behind them. Today, we're going to delve deep into a topic that is sure to ignite the curiosity of coin enthusiasts and collectors alike: the astonishing story of the 2001-cent coin, which has garnered attention for its incredible valuation, reaching an eye-popping $327 million due to a unique combination of errors and mistakes that make it exceptionally rare and sought after. Now, you may be asking yourself, how can a single coin, particularly one minted in relatively modern times, achieve such a remarkable worth? The answer lies in the fascinating interplay of minting processes, materials, and the sheer serendipity of error that sometimes occurs during production, leading to a 1-cent piece that became a monumental treasure within the numismatic community. To truly understand why this 2001 cent coin is commanding such high prices, we must first look back at the time of its minting, a backdrop characterized by both historic changes and innovative technologies in coin production. The year 2000 marked the turn of the millennium, a time filled with optimism and technological advancements, yet it was also a phase when the United States faced increasing concerns about the economic implications of coin production and the fluctuating prices of metals. During this era, the U.S. Mint was also dealing with various production pressures to meet a growing demand for coins, stemming in part from a booming economy that saw increased spending and circulation. Amid these pressures, the 2001 cent coins emerged and, unbeknownst to many, were destined to become notable collectibles, especially due to certain errors that were layered beneath their humble appearance. The primary type of error that has brought the 2001 cent piece into the spotlight is the infamous double denomination error, which occurs when a coin is mistakenly struck with two different denominations while using the same obverse and reverse dies. In the case of the 2000 penny, some coins were mistakenly struck using dies originally meant for the 5-cent piece, resulting in a coin that not only retained the front design identity of the penny but also featured the reverse design characteristics of a nickel. This remarkable mix-up creates a demand far beyond standard circulation coins, as collectors are inherently attracted to pieces with such unprecedented abnormalities. The allure of the 2001 cent coin is further accentuated by its status as a transition piece. It represents a unique moment in numismatic history where errors and standard production met, creating an artifact that tells a broader story of the era in which it was made. Additionally, the market for error coins has become increasingly popular among both seasoned numismatists and new collectors alike, leading to instances where rarity and demand intermix seamlessly, paving the way for extraordinary valuations. Collectors often vehemently pursue error coins due to their scarcity and the excitement surrounding the thrill of the hunt. When a misminting is discovered, it sends ripples through the collecting community as individuals race to ascertain the authenticity and potential value of their finds. The 2001 cent coin is more than just a peculiar denomination. It has simultaneously become a canvas for failed production attempts that reflect both the condition of the U.S. Mint during that time and the intricate artistry employed in minting coins. It's a window into the workings of the minting process, where precision is crucial but errors can sometimes yield astonishing results. But what compounds the story of this particular coin is the research, authentication, and distribution chain that accompanies notable error coins as they transition into the marketplace, an entire ecosystem governed by the principles of rarity, provenance, and desirability. As the marketplace for error coins has grown, stories of extraordinary finds have proliferated, leading to rising valuations, and this 2001 cent coin fits seamlessly into that narrative, captivating investors, collectors, and enthusiasts alike. As we reflect on the 2001 cent coin's meteoric rise in value, it's crucial to consider the broader implications of rare coins and their impact on not just the collecting community, but also the economy at large. When coins such as the 2001 cent piece come onto the market at staggering prices, it generates significant public interest, reminding us that objects once regarded as simple currency can, under the right circumstances, become cherished collectibles worth millions. This fascinating interplay between a common object and its exceptional valuation raises questions about what we ultimately value and how stories of errors can shift perceptions in unexpected ways. For many numismatists, there's something inherently poetic about the journey of a mundane coin evolving into a multi-million-dollar artifact, enriching the narrative of American currency history. The public's willingness to invest in such collectible items not only serves as a reflection of personal values but also emphasizes how the rarity of a piece can ignite passions and drive prices well beyond what might be deemed reasonable or expected. Additionally, engaging digital marketplaces and online auction houses have played a crucial role in the accessibility of valuable coins, enabling more collectors to share, sell, and purchase unique items from the comfort of their homes and pushing more coins, such as the 2001 cent piece, into the spotlight as auction prices soar to extraordinary heights. With the advent of social media and platforms dedicated to coin collecting, enthusiasts of all ages can connect, share discoveries, and learn more about errors and rarities, creating an interactive environment that celebrates the unique stories behind coins. As the market grows, so does the appetite for error coins, with seasoned collectors often advocating for community building and knowledge sharing among newcomers to the hobby. This trend not only fosters a sense of camaraderie but also raises the profile of the 2001 coin as rare finds are heralded and showcased, creating a vibrant marketplace full of stories, excitement, and opportunities for profit. Furthermore, as the field of numismatics evolves, it reflects wider economic trends where value is assigned not just to currency but to the tales encapsulated within those coins. Experts and auctioneers alike have come to recognize the inherent worth of storytelling in this context, how stories around problematic minting processes can transform a standard coin into the highlight of an auction, capturing the attention of investors eager to enrich their collections. Mistakes once deemed unfortunate can transmute into prized treasures, transforming the value of error coins like the 2001 piece into high-stake opportunities for collectors. Additionally, some error coins can even be traced back to specific batches associated with particular dyes or conditions at the minting facility, creating a veritable detective story as collectors attempt to dissect the nuances of minting history and establish provenance for their prized possessions. This investigative aspect adds another layer of excitement, as finding a coin with a unique backstory can not only bring joy to a collector but can also significantly enhance the economic value attached to that coin. As we consider the practical implications of this, we often find that the story of a coin can become just as important as the coin itself. The narrative surrounding a piece can elevate its status beyond that of simple currency, appealing to collectors who appreciate the intersection of history, art, and the era that brings them together. The 2001 coin exemplifies this phenomenon and embodies a complex interplay between art, economics, and storytelling in the coin collecting community. Some collectors have even formed dedicated clubs and online forums specifically for the discussion and promotion of error coins, driving interest and excitement around notable findings and exchanges, as they encourage sharing knowledge and tips about recognizing the signs of error coins and discovering hidden treasures in everyday change. This burgeoning community is testament to the fact that the interest in rare coins transcends mere financial investment. It embodies a passion, creativity, and mutual appreciation for the beauty and history contained within every coin. As we wrap up our exploration of the remarkable 2001 coin and the compelling combination of errors that have led to its extraordinary valuation, it's crucial to remind ourselves of the joy that such collectibles provide, not just in terms of potential monetary gains, but also in the stories they tell and the community they cultivate. Coins like the 2001 piece encourage us to take a moment to appreciate the overlooked and mundane parts of our daily lives. They open our eyes to the fascinating details that reside within small objects, reminding us that even a single, seemingly inconsequential penny can hold vast potential when one looks beyond its face value. Whether you're considering diving into the world of coin collecting, curious about the historic significance of certain pieces, or simply intrigued by the idea that mistakes can pave the way for extraordinary discoveries, the story of the 2001 coin is an exciting chapter in the rich tapestry of numismatics. Thank you for joining us on this captivating journey through numismatic history today. If you found this exploration enjoyable or enlightening, be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of collectibles. Happy collecting! Last 2006 1 cent USA coin, we delve into the fascinating world of collectibles and currencies, and today, we are going to discuss an extraordinary story that has stolen the spotlight in the numismatic community, the 2006 1 cent coin, a penny that has garnered a staggering valuation of approximately $230 million. An astounding figure considering that it's a humble piece of currency that most people, at first glance, overlook in their day-to-day transactions. You might be wondering how a single penny could be worth such an incredible amount, and the answer lies in the series of errors and mistakes that occurred during its minting, as well as the circumstances surrounding its operation. The world of coin collecting is filled with tales of rare finds, but the story of the 2006 1 cent coin is particularly unique, highlighting both the intricacies of the minting process and the serendipity that can turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a coveted treasure. So, let's dive deep into the remarkable backstory and the nuances of what makes this penny so valuable. To start, let's journey back to the year 2006. This was a pivotal point in history, marked not just by technological advancements in multiple sectors, but it also faced economic fluctuations that impacted everyday Americans. The United States Mint was operating at full capacity, producing coins to supply the increasing demand for currency as the economy shifted and evolved. This demand was underscored by trends in consumer behavior, as the advent of credit cards and electronic payments led to changes in how currency circulated, focusing greater attention on the importance of 1-cent coins. Consequently, during this busy production timeframe, the U.S. Mint ramped up its operations, employing with machinery and techniques to churn out pennies quickly. However, manufacturing at such a high volume also presented opportunities for mistakes, with errors in die alignment and mixing leading to some truly extraordinary and rare coins emerging from the production process, such as the 2006 1-cent piece, which was unwittingly transformed into a highly sought-after collectible due to pivotal mistakes that occurred during its minting. The most significant error related to the coin that collectors and enthusiasts recognize today is the dropped or missing design error. This occurs when either the minting die fails to properly imprint the design onto the planchet or when a flaw occurs that prevents the complete transfer of the intended design. The 2006 1-cent literally bears this flaw, as some of the coins were released with the design for the iconic Lincoln Memorial missing from the reverse side, leaving behind a blank canvas instead of the elaborate engraving celebrating our 16th president's legacy. Imagine finding a penny devoid of its design. This singularity captures the attention of collectors who are ever on the lookout for such distinct errors. The uniqueness of this coin, combined with the fact that it went unnoticed in circulation for a period, magnifies its desirability, leading to heightened interest and price valuations that escalate rapidly as collectors find themselves yearning to complete their collections with notable records and rare errors. Another interesting aspect regarding the 2006 1-cent piece lies in its material composition. At that time, the mint primarily utilized a mix of 95% copper and 5% zinc for many of its pennies, and with rising metal costs, the mint began experimenting with various metal blends. This context is critical since many 2006 pennies were still composed of this traditional mix, contributing to their weight and historical significance compared to more modern cents that have increasingly transitioned away from copper. This awareness of composition, along with the class of errors it embodies, piques the interest of coin collectors and investors who recognize that coins comprising higher copper content may carry intrinsic value beyond mere collectors' interest, especially given the fluctuations in metal prices over the decades. This characteristic not only enhances the appeal, as collectors cherish the weight and feel of the traditional penny, but it also opens up realms of financial investment opportunities as the value of metals fluctuates over time. Over the years, collectors have engaged in spirited debates about the nature of rarity and demand, and the interplay between these two forces plays a pivotal role in driving the price of coins like the 2006 1-cent piece to such astonishing heights. Coin collectors know that circumstantial rarity can often lead to explosive valuation as fewer coins with errors enter the marketplace. In the case of our 2006 cent, the combination of scarcity and the random chance of fluke errors allowed for the creation of a uniquely blank coin, amplifying excitement among collectors who recognize the investments they can make in coins that survive both in number and quality, especially as they factor into future trading or market value scenarios. Moreover, the process of authentication and provenance plays a fundamental role in the valuation of collectible coins. The 2006 1-cent piece requires careful inspection and servicing by experts to confirm its legitimacy as a mint error, ensuring that it truly bears the markings of the mistakes originally created during production. Authentication is crucial in the world of rare coins, and as collectors become attuned to the importance of provenance, the record of ownership and history related to a specific coin, they seek the assurance that their prized possession resonates with authenticity and historical significance. Third-party grading companies assist in this process, allowing collectors to verify the mint error previously mentioned and correctly catalog the level of preservation for each coin, thus significantly influencing the market price. In addition to physical attributes, stories surrounding coins also elevate interest in their value. The 2006 1-cent coin's backstory, a narrative threaded through numerous hands, transactions, and exchanges, fascinates collectors as they dig deeper into its journey from the mint to their collection. Having a compelling coin often comes with an intriguing tale, capturing the imagination of enthusiasts who revel in the journey a specific piece took to become a significant collectible. Ultimately, the chase of rare coins becomes not just one of monetary investment, but also a rich exploration of the history, relationships, and transactions tied to them. The coin's journey through a modern society struggling with economic shifts indeed receives added scrutiny, as the interplay of various factors leads to its ultimate valuation as collectors pursue uniqueness across their holdings. As we dig further into the world of the 2006 1-cent piece, we also observe how the internet has transformed coin collecting into a more connected and engaged community. Digital platforms, auction sites, and social media allow collectors to showcase their finds, connect with fellow enthusiasts, and establish networks that support their exploration of numismatic treasures. Suddenly, coins like the 2006 penny with errors become part of broader conversations that embrace learning and sharing within a community united through passion. Collector groups dedicated to error coins have popped up, expanding the knowledge base and creating excitement around newly discovered varieties and mistakes. Engaging with others who share similar interests enriches the experience of searching for and collecting coins. It becomes far more than a solitary pursuit, as the community thrives on exchanging stories, tips, and even transactions, allowing for vibrant interaction and fostering the growth of the market. This newfound accessibility to information, discussions, and sales has propelled the utility of resources like valuation guides and websites that track sales of rare coins, providing added context and encouraging informed decisions as collectors consider what pieces to add to their collections or invest in for potential appreciation in value over time. Furthermore, the ability to participate in online auctions and observe sales trends enables collectors to understand the demands of the market, contributing to valuations that can fluctuate dramatically based on anticipating rarity and sale performance. Recognizing trends, movements, and spikes in interest becomes vital for those participating in the numismatic space, as even minor adjustments can yield significant returns or lead to challenges in selling certain items. Thus, both traditional auction houses and online platforms offer venues through which collectibles, in particular rare error coins like the 2006 1-cent piece, can circulate and change hands, further enhancing their visibility and market positions. Ultimately, the pricing game and the impulse to wrap up a series of transactions transcend monetary investment and create a narrative driven by emotion, aspiration, and fascination with the hobby itself. The 2006 1-cent coin encapsulates not only the artistic value in its design and minting heritage but also the historical depths tied to the evolution of currency and coins in a shifting economic landscape. As we consider the trajectory of coins like the 2006 penny and the compelling story behind it, it serves as a stark reminder of how everyday objects can transform into vessels for narratives, lessons, and unexpected pathways to financial investment. Curiosity, discovery, and educational exchange define the world of numismatics, and the allure of the 2006 1-cent piece stands as a striking example of how simple experiments in minting can ascend into astounding monetary heights and stamp a unique imprint on both the coin collecting community and the broader narrative of American history. The compelling blend of artistry, mistakes, and the insatiable hunger for rarity creates